Up next, as I mentioned, is Intrepid Theatre. And after Intrepid is Volunteer Victoria. Welcome.
Am I advancing the slides or?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I want to thank you today for the opportunity to be able to present. We're actually going to be a duet. My name is Julie Haddo, and I'm the Managing Director of Intrepid Theatre.
And I'm Maggie Chapin-Caravaca. I'm the board chair.
Slide. Next. So who is Intrepid Theatre? For 38 years, Intrepid has been the primary presenter of local, national, and international contemporary and interdisciplinary work in Victoria, with over 250 artists that are part of our 3 festivals and our year-round presenting series. Intrepid continually punches above its weight, integrating a very diverse and high volumes of remarkable work into its artistic programming in Victoria. With an audience of approximately 20,000 people annually, our programming currently includes the Victoria Fringe Festival, incoming a New Works Festival, and the first queer theatre festival in Western Canada, Outstages, which was founded 10 years ago. Intrepid also offers a variety of artist development programs, residencies, community events, as well as manages 3 vital downtown venues that occupy nearly 10,000 square feet of art space that are home to most of our work and many local companies and independent artists within the city of Victoria. The arts connect communities by allowing us to share experiences and our stories through song, words, and movement. Intrepid's focus and programming vision is to connect artists to stories and voices that are not often represented on main stages. Intrepid believes all artists and audiences need a place where they feel a sense of belonging and are welcome to explore new ideas, open their minds, and expand their perspectives.
Intrepid's vision is to connect communities by presenting bold theater and fearless artists. Intrepid's programming pushes theatrical boundaries, blurs lines between artistic disciplines and genres, pursues critical dialogue between audience and artist, challenges theatergoers artistically and intellectually, and puts local artists on the same stage as nationally recognized artists. We are very proud of that. Through our work, through workshops, residencies, mentorships, festivals, thanks to your FIG grants, we are supported in that way, cabarets, venue time in our venues, and presentations, Intrepid aims to elevate Canadian artists and strengthen their voices so that they can be heard and preserved. Intrepid promotes and supports artists of all levels, most from underrepresented and underserved communities, connecting them to audiences who are grateful to see and hear themselves represented on the stage. And in the coming months, we are presenting the biggest show to date, Urban Inc.'s Children of God, which is a powerful, large-scale musical about an OG Cree family whose children were taken away to residential schools in Northern Ontario. We hope you'll join us for that at the McPherson Theatre. This is the largest show we've ever presented in our nearly 40 years of bringing theatre to Victoria. It's a call to action, and it's an important step in our work towards reconciliation. With free Indigenous community tickets and post-show facilitated talkbacks after every show, we are hopeful that this will be a show that people will talk about for years. So next, again, thank you for your support of our festivals through the Festival Improvement Grant. Intrepid has hosted the Victoria Fringe for nearly 40 years and is a founding member of the Canadian Association of Fringe Festivals. The Fringe spans over 2 weeks. If you haven't taken part, please do so. It's a great time. It celebrates independent artists of all disciplines with approximately 20 to 30 live in-person shows and free interactive public performances and programming across the city. So in addition to the low-cost, accessible ticketed performances, we have the free public outreach events, which we love to bring every single year. The Fringe supports new and emerging local Indigenous artists with the Fringe Indigenous Artists Program. And this mentorship, bursary, and residency program supports artists who are looking to produce a show as part of the festival. All right, Intrepid truly believes in connecting communities and drawing people together and creating a sense of belonging and a space where all feel welcomed. Intrepid's theater festivals and programming cultivates, fosters, and celebrates the arts in Victoria. We create a sense of community and belonging where volunteers, artists, patrons, and staff feel like they have found a home. Intrepid Theatre is a community builder and was recognized as such this year by the Greater Victoria Chamber of Commerce. This is just a quick testimonial from one of our artists from Outstages in 2024, Jove Nazatul. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward. Oh, it's also me. Accessibility is a guiding principle for Intrepid Theatre, and I just want to highlight a few of those ways that we focus on that. We use accessibility as a guiding ideology to look at barriers to audience, bridge new relationships, and build community around our programming. Thanks to support like yours, we have some of the lowest prices tickets in town. We have a Pay What You 10 program where 10% of the tickets are available for $10. We also have ASL interpreted shows, accessible venues, safer spaces, and anti-bullying harassment policies for patrons, artists, volunteers, and staff, and many others.
Intrepid Theatre actively seeks out partnerships with festival presenters, cultural organizations, and other producers to create audience and community connections. These are just a few of the ones that we've worked in the last year and will continue to work with in 2025. To highlight a few, Puente Theatre, Victoria Native Friendship Centre, Intercultural Association, the District of Saanich. We programmed their Pride Day for the last 3 years. Lights of Wonder will be doing a presentation this year. Victoria Arts Council, Island Deaf and Hard of Hearing Centre, and the Victoria Nike Cultural Society. So Fringe just finished its 38th year. We had 67% of attendees were from the Victoria area, 20% were from other areas of BC, 10 were from the rest of Canada, and 3% indicated they were from outside of Canada, and we're drawing them all into the downtown area in the off-season. 36% of our surveyed audience were new to the Fringe, so our audiences are growing. We also offer free workshops to all the artists that are in the Fringe, and other local artists can join as well. So Outstages just celebrated its 10th year. We sold about 1,300 tickets. We featured a world premiere of the Intrepid Commission show by Ivan Coyote that is now touring across Canada. And we'll be bringing back in January, February for the new Outstages, so if you didn't see it, come get a ticket. We also did a queer youth Q&A with Ivan Coyote and a local and touring artist and producer meet and greet. We're gonna go with that one. Sorry. Our newest festival is Incoming, which is a New Works festival. It features local emerging artist cabaret and a sold-out world premiere from a local artist this year. Again, we also offer workshops during this, like how to pitch your show. So we're also trying to train our local artists about how they can go across Canada and get more work. Thank you. So economic benefits. Our programming draws people to downtown area in the off-tourist season. While they're in the city, they're paying for parking, eating at restaurants, and shopping in the downtown area. Using an economic impact calculator designed for arts organizations, we calculate that just over $400,000 is spent annually by our patrons in the downtown core, and we have just over a $1.4 million combined economic impact on the City of Victoria annually. This is an incredible return on the $32,000 the city granted us Intrepid in 2024, and we thank you for that investment. Funding Intrepid Theatre assists not just Intrepid, but also local residents, vendors, artists, and other arts organizations. Here's just some of the examples of some of the local businesses that we give the money back to that we take in from different types of funding. So cuts to our funding or being underfunded not only affects Intrepid Theatre, but also all the local vendors and artists that rely on our patronage. So unfortunately, not just for us, but also for the City of Victoria, in 2025, under the revamped City of Victoria Festival Project Grant, which is replacing the FIG grant, we will lose funding for one of our festivals. Under the new grant guidelines, which we were just made aware of, we will only be able to submit for 2 festivals, not the 3 we have been applying for since 2013. We will need to decide in the next 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, which festival will need to be cut from our programming or drastically scaled back. as the loss of this funding, especially at this time when all costs are rising, will severely impact our ability to continue with festivals as they are. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Losing one of these festivals will be a loss for Victoria, the vibrant cultural scene, as well as affect the local artists, businesses, and staff who depend on these festivals for revenue every year. Thank you.
So we just want to thank you again for your time and opportunity to showcase us and how important our work is to your city. Thank you for your time and your support.
Thank you very much.